Hi, I'm Krista. Welcome to yoga. Let's get started. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Today we'll be working with a thick yoga block. It's optional. If you don't have one available, that's okay. You can still do this practice without it. So go ahead and come onto your back. Take your arms overhead and just give yourself a nice big stretch. And relax. Take your arms down by your sides. Legs can stay straight, or you can bend your knees if that feels better. Begin to become aware of your breath. Start by just noticing how your breath feels. Follow each inhale and each exhale. No need to change your breath or control it in any way. Just notice it. We'll spend a moment working with just the exhale. So allow your inhale to be natural. Count the length of your exhale. No count on the inhale, just a natural inhale. Keep the same count exhale for a couple of rounds. And then if you can, on your next round, make your exhale one count longer. No count on the inhale, don't worry about the inhale. Just focus on the exhale, so make the exhale one count longer if you can. On your next round of breath, take the exhale another count longer if you're able to. Continue in this way, adding a count to the exhale every few rounds of breath. This is quite a calming technique, helping you to exhale a little more fully so you have more space for the fresh inhale. Bringing more attention to the exhale phase of the breath can be more calming. Once you've reached your maximum, just maintain that longer exhale. It's okay for it to be a little bit of a challenge to reach your count, but make sure it's not forced. One more round of breath and then just let that go. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Give your legs a shake, give your wrists a shake. Take your arms overhead. Make tight fists. Take an inhale, squeeze your fists and press the heels. Tighten up every muscle. Hold for a moment. Exhale, relax. And again, inhale, squeeze tight. Hold every muscle tight. Exhale, relax. One more time like that. Inhale, squeeze, tighten up every muscle. Relax, exhale. Arms down by your sides, make fists. As you inhale, press your fists towards your feet. Hold. Relax, exhale. Again, inhale, press. Exhale, relax. One more time. Inhale, press. Exhale, relax. Arms go straight out to the sides. As you inhale, squeeze your fist tight. This can be beneficial for your lymphatic system. Exhale, relax. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, relax. One more time. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, relax. Give your wrists a shake. Give your legs a shake. And bend your knees. Take your knees into your chest for a moment. You can rock if that feels good. Take your feet to the mat, arms overhead or to the sides, feet out as wide as your mat. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. If you have back issues, it's better to go slowly. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter what pace you go here, as long as it feels okay for you. Bring your knees up. Take your block and place it between your legs. So not right between the knees, just above the knees, so between your thighs. Lift your feet. Keep your knees over your hips. Hands are just resting on your legs. As you inhale, move your knees away from you. Then exhale, knees back over the hips. A small movement. Inhale, move the knees away. Exhale, knees over the hips. So your hands are just here for a guide. Inhale, move the knees away until the arms are straight. Exhale, knees over the hips. You're not pushing your legs. Inhale, the hands are just there as a guide. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more time. Exhale. Take the block into your hands. Take your feet down to the mat. Arms overhead. Stretch your legs. Big stretch. Pelvic tilt, you get a little stretch into the abdominals here as well. And relax. Press your lower back down toward the floor and come to a neutral spine. Bend your knees. Take your arms out to the sides. You can just set the block down for a moment. Place your left foot on the right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Take your knees to the left. Go to the other side, knees up, right foot on the left knee. Inhale, exhale, knees to the right. Bring your legs up, both feet to the mat. Take the block into your hands. So it's at the widest position here. As you inhale, take your arms overhead. Exhale, bring your arms straight up. Block into the right hand. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, up. Overhead, inhale. Exhale. Into the left hand, inhale, open the arms. Exhale, bring your arms up. Overhead, inhale. Exhale. Right hand, inhale, open. Exhale. Overhead, inhale. Arms up, exhale. Left hand open, inhale. Exhale, arms up. Overhead, inhale. Exhale, up. Right hand open to the sides, inhale. Exhale. Overhead. Exhale. Left hand open, inhale. Exhale. Take the block into either hand, it doesn't matter. Take your arms open to the sides, relax. Bring your knees in towards your chest and place the block between your feet. Take your arms overhead, take an inhale. As you exhale, take the block into your hands. Inhale, take your feet down, arms overhead. Exhale, block goes back between the feet. Arms overhead, feet down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, so you're just passing the block. Exhale between your hands and your feet. Inhale, feet down, arms overhead. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue a few more. Inhale, exhale. Arms overhead, inhale, exhale, block between the feet. Inhale, exhale. Arms overhead, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. Inhale, take your feet down, arms overhead, extend your legs, give yourself a big stretch. Bend your knees, set the block off to the side, hug your knees into your chest, rock if you like. And take the block under your feet. Just position it so your toes are on the block. Lift your feet, so once again the knees are over the hips, arms are just down by your sides. As you inhale, left foot taps the block, exhale, switch. Inhale, switch, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going a few more. Last one. Release. Take the block between your feet and then into your hands. Arms overhead. Extend your legs. Big stretch. Bend your knees. Take the block out to the side. Bring your knees into your chest. Hands on the knees. Knees together. Circle a few times clockwise and counterclockwise. Feet to the mat. Roll over onto your right side. Take your block. So we're trying to get right onto our side here with the body in a nice straight line. So make sure your legs are nice and straight and you're not having the legs forward or back. Come down and rest your head on your hand here. So bring the block right in front of you. As we do this, we're trying to keep the body still in a nice straight line. So if you start to lean forward and knock the block over, then you know that you're tilting your upper body forward. So make sure you're in a nice straight line. This is strengthening for your back. I'm just going to adjust slightly here. So into a nice straight line. Have the block right in front of you. Your hand can be on the block here if you like, but just make sure that you're not leaning into the block as you do this. So lift your left foot just off the right leg. As you inhale, pull the left leg back, but not too far. Exhale, let it come forward. So the backward part is the main part of the movement here. Inhale to pull back. Exhale, this is just the release when the leg comes forward. Inhale, pull back. So it's not a big movement. Exhale, watch the block. So if you're doing this, make sure that you're making it a smaller movement. Body stays still, just pulling the leg back. So this is not so much about the hip, it's more about strengthening your back. It's not a very big movement. Pull back, inhale. Let it come forward, exhale. One more time, inhale, pull back, exhale. So the block is just here to make you aware of what you're doing so you're not tipping your body forward. It's quite easy to do this, but that's not the movement. It's a very small movement, just pulling the leg back. Now take the block between your feet. Legs are extended. As you inhale, lift both legs. Exhale down. Lift, inhale, exhale. Two more. And switch sides, so just roll over to the other side. So again, take your time to set yourself up here. It's important that you're in a nice straight line. Legs are straight. And make sure your body's in a nice straight line. Bring the block just in front of you. So again, keep an eye on the block. Make sure you're not leaning into the block here. Lift your right leg just off the left leg, so it's not very high. Pull back on your inhale. Exhale, the leg comes forward. Inhale, pull back, so make sure you're not doing that. Exhale. Pull back, inhale. Exhale, forward. Inhale, pull back if you need to. The hand can be on the block. Exhale. Pull back, inhale. Try not to tip your body. Exhale. 2 more. And take the block between your feet. Legs are extended. Lift, inhale. Exhale, down. Lift, inhale. Exhale. 2 more. And take the block into your hands. Roll onto your back for a moment. Just hug your knees into your chest. Rock if you like. You can roll onto your side and make your way up to seated. Extend your legs out in front. Just give your legs a little shake. Bring your right ankle up above your left knee. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lean forward. Lengthen your spine so you're reaching your chest over your leg. Coming up, have your block over at the left side. Bring your right heel towards your left hip. Take your hand onto the block. Take an inhale. On your exhale, come over to the left. So you can rest your elbow on your block here. Take your right arm up. Inhale. Reach over on your exhale. Block is helping you to stay a little more grounded here. Sometimes when we do this stretch, if we don't have a block, we start to lift off of the right hip. So we're trying to keep the seat down, both sit bones down. Coming up on your inhale, exhale, release. Bring your right knee in and extend. Left ankle up. And just take the block over to the right side. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lean forwards. And come up. Bring your heel towards your right hip. So the block is over on the right side. Take an inhale. On your exhale, come over, bring your elbow to the block if you can, and then take the arm up. Inhale, exhale. Remember there's different heights to the block. I have it on the lowest height here. There's a medium height and a higher height as well. The medium height and the higher height. So you can adjust the block as needed. Coming up on your inhale, exhale, release. Bring your left knee in and extend. So we'll get back into the right hip here. The option will be to come back into this one if the pose that we're going into doesn't feel okay for you. So we'll explore deer pose with the block. If that doesn't feel right, you can just come back into this one here. So for deer pose, left leg goes back, right shin parallel to the mat, and you can bring your right leg up onto the block if you want. This may not feel okay for everyone, but if this feels okay for you, you can place the block under your right shin and lean forward. And if that doesn't feel right, just don't use the block here. And remember the option to extend the left leg instead if your left leg doesn't feel okay back like this. Coming up, left leg out in front, right leg out in front, give your legs a shake. Going to the other side, so option, you can just come back into this one, or the right leg can go back, left shin parallel to the front of the mat, with or without the block, so your choice here, and then coming forward. So find your position, whatever feels right for you. Coming up, Take both legs back out in front, shake them out. Bring your block to the middle of your mat, bring your toes to the block. Just like we did on our back. So we'll come into boat pose this time. So your toes are on the block. Lift your feet so your calves are parallel to the floor. Hands can stay behind the knees and you can simply hold here if this feels okay for you. Or hands to the heart. Inhale, left foot down. Exhale, right foot down. So you're just tapping the block. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Both feet to the block. Take your feet off the block and just round forward. Set the block to the side for a moment. Soles of the feet together. Hands around your feet. Take an inhale. Exhale, come forward. Coming up, extend your legs, place the block between your feet. So with this for the forward fold, the block is right between your feet and you're pulling the little toe side of your foot back so your feet are flat. Take an inhale. On your exhale, come forward. Just as far as you can go. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come a little bit deeper. So with the block between our feet here is just helping to keep your feet straight and to keep them properly aligned. If you don't like the block there, that's okay. Everything we're doing with the block here, you can do without the block if you want to. So using the block can get us deeper into some poses, but it can also just help us to bring awareness to a certain area. And we can use it for more challenge. We can challenge our balance with the block. The other block class that I have on YouTube, we worked with some standing balance with the block. We'll do a little bit more of that in this class as well. And coming up, bring your feet back together. So option now, you can come back into bound angle, which is right here, or you can try this with the block between your feet. So with the block between your feet, it's just taking it a little bit wider. So you're getting a little bit more into the hips and into the groin. So take an inhale. On your exhale, come forward. If you don't want to use the block here, don't use the block. You'll probably feel a deeper stretch into the inner thigh. If it's too much, then just don't go there. Coming up, bring your knees in, set the block off to the side, take your hands back behind you, take your feet out as wide as your mat, and windshield wiper a few times, side to side. Take your legs out in front, give your legs a shake. Have your block handy and come to your hands and knees. So on your next inhale, extend your left arm, right leg. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale. One more like that. Inhale, extend. Exhale, take it down, go to the other side. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale. One more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, take it down. Take an inhale here. Exhale, come back into child's pose. Bring your elbows to the mat. Hands together. Walk your elbows forward and take your hands behind your head if you like. Coming up. So we'll go back into tiger pose and we'll hold it. So that was this one here. So we'll come back into this and hold. Option, if you'd like a little more challenge, you can use your block here. So the block will go under the left knee. Right leg extends. You can keep both hands down or the left arm can lift. Start with your toes tucked under on the left foot just until you find your balance, and then if you like you can lift your toes. Take it down and switch sides. So if you're using the block goes under the right knee. So take your time to get into it. Extend the left leg. Keep the right toes tucked for now. Lift your right arm. And then if you feel steady there, lift your toes. Coming out. Take the block between your feet. Come on to your belly. Bring your fingertips in line with your shoulders, forehead to the floor. As you inhale, roll to your nose, the chin, lift your chest, lift your hands for a moment. Exhale, hands down, stick your chin out, chin, nose, forehead. Inhale, nose, chin, chest, lift your hands. Take your hands back down. On your next inhale, lift your legs if you can. But we're not coming very high with the upper body. Legs down on an exhale. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, coming down, chin, nose, forehead. Inhale, nose, chin, chest, hands. Hands back down. Inhale, option to lift the legs. Stay there, or the arms can reach back this time. Inhale, bring the hands back, legs down, exhale. Inhale, lifting your heart just a little more. Exhale, come down, chin, nose, forehead. One more time. Inhale, nose, chin, chest, lift your hands. Hands back down, legs lift on an inhale. Stay there if you like, or the arms reach back. Inhale, the hands come back down, legs down, exhale. Inhale, lift the heart a little more. Exhale, come down, chin, nose, forehead. Slide your hands under your forehead, relax. Let your legs internally rotate here so the toes touch the block and your heels move away from the block. Bring your hands to the mat. Push yourself up to your knees. Take your block. Take it out in front. So we'll come back into child's pose with the option to have the elbows down, hands behind the head. So you can do this again on the mat, or if you like, you can bring your elbows onto the block. And then take the hands behind the head. Coming up, come into table pose, so back to hands and knees. Place the block between your legs. So have it so it's pointing back behind you a little bit more, so it's more flush with the fronts of your legs. And then kind of walk your hands forward, walk your knees back so you're into modified plank with the block between your legs. So you're welcome just to stay right here, Or as you inhale, lift the knees, exhale, knees down. Inhale, lift, exhale. Lift, inhale, knees down, exhale. Inhale, lift, exhale. One more time. Exhale, knees down. Make your way back into child's pose. You can use your block here if you like. Set the block off to the side, stretch your arms forward. Come forward on an inhale, tuck your toes, down dog on your exhale. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, fold. Coming up on your inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Take your block. Take your arms up overhead. Inhale, come up onto your toes. Exhale, heels down. On the toes, inhale. Heels down, exhale. Again, inhale on the toes. Exhale. Two more like that. Keep the block between your hands. Take an inhale, exhale over to the right. You can change the arms if you like. Inhale, come to center. Exhale to the left. One more each side. Inhale, exhale. Center, inhale, exhale. Inhale, coming to center. As you exhale, bend your knees and come forward. Take your hands onto the block. Take an inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs as much as you can here. Bend your knees, bring the block between your legs, and we'll come into chair pose. Take an inhale. On your exhale, come to a twist to the right. So with the block here between the legs, this is going to help you try to keep your hips a little more square to the front. So just watch the legs here. It's a little bit easier to keep your hips square when we have the block between the legs. Come to center, take an inhale, exhale to the other side. Come to center, take the block, take an inhale. On your exhale, come forward and then straighten your legs as much as you can. You can leave the block on the mat. Take an inhale, slide your hands up, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So option to use your block for this one, standing on the block. So in the first Hatha Yoga with the block class that I did, we did a few balance poses standing on the block. So we'll explore that again here. It's optional. If you don't feel comfortable standing on the block, you don't have to. And if you need a wall for this one, that's fine. You can make sure you have a wall there that you can use to help you with your balance here. So left foot on the block, hands on your hips. So just like we did on our side, this is not a big movement, so we're not swinging the leg forward and back. It's just pulling back a little bit and then letting the leg come forward. Same movement we did on our sides, strengthening for the back, but it's also moving your hip here. But we just want to try to keep the body straight. So pull back on an inhale, exhale, let the leg come forward. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, leg forward. Pull back, inhale. Exhale. You will need to use the block for this one. You'll need the height in order to move your leg forward and back. But if you find this to be challenging, just have a wall there that you can use. One more time. And switch sides. So just stepping onto the block with your right foot. Find your balance. Pull back, inhale. Exhale, let it come forward. So watch what the upper body is doing. Make sure you're not leaning forward. Inhale, pull back. Exhale. We're not trying to swing with momentum here either. It's a controlled movement. One more. And release. Stepping off the block. You can leave the block on the floor just in front of you. Cross your left foot or right foot over your left. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, over to the left. And take both arms up on an inhale. On your exhale, come forward. Reach for the block. Remember, there's the 3 heights, so you can change the height of the block if you need to. Left hand, right hand on the block, left hand to your hip. Take an inhale. On your exhale, come to a twist. Coming back to center. Hands to hips, inhale, come halfway, holding there, exhale, all the way up on your inhale. Exhale. You can do this without your legs crossed if that doesn't feel okay with the legs crossed. Left leg over. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the right. Coming up, inhale. Exhale, come forward. Hands to the block. Right hand to your hip. Take an inhale. On your exhale, twist to the right. Just an option. You don't need to go here if you don't want to. Coming back to center. Coming up halfway. Inhale, hands to hips. Holding, exhale. All the way up, inhale. Exhale, uncross your legs, bring your hands to your heart. Back to the block. Optional, once again, you don't have to work with the block here if you don't want to. So left foot on the block, bring your hands to your hips, find your balance, bring your right knee up, and that might be enough for you. If you can go further, cross your ankle over, bend your left knee. You can use a wall here if you need to. Coming up slowly. And switch sides. Right foot onto the block. So take your time. Start with your hands on your hips. Bring your left knee up and see how that feels. Maybe that's enough for you for today. If you can go further, cross your ankle over and just start to bend the right knee. Straighten out. Take both feet down to the mat. Reach up, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Block at the front of your mat. Just off to the left side. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Lift the heart, inhale. Exhale, fold, step your left foot back. Take the block under your left hand. Bring your right hand to your hip. Take an inhale. On your exhale, twist to the right. Coming back to center, take the block into your hands, press it into your feet and come up. Block in between your hands, so at the narrow position. Arms are up high, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows, bring your elbows close to your ears. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, take your hands down. Just place the block over to the right side. Step forward. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Coming up, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. Lift the heart, inhale. Exhale, fold, right foot back. Place the block under your right hand. Left hand to your hip. Take an inhale. On your exhale, twist. Coming back to center. Take the block into your hands and come up. So again, the block is at the narrow position. Arms straight up. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend. Keep your elbows close to your ears. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, take your hands down to set the block off to the side. Step forward, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale. Coming up, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Hands to your hips. Step one foot back behind you, doesn't matter which one. Drop the knee, and then take your other knee down. Take your block at the medium height here, or sorry, the lowest height, and slide it between your feet. And then come up onto your knees. Roll your shoulders back, bring your hands to support your lower back. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come into quarter camel. So you're kind of gently squeezing the block with your feet, and that's going to help keep your legs properly aligned here. So make sure the hips are under or over the knees, and your feet will stay hip distance apart. When you come up now, inhale, lifting the chest up, not the head. Exhale into child's pose. And let's do that again. So block is between the feet. Roll your shoulders back. Hands support the lower back. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can come to here instead with your fingers wrapping around your waist. Bring the elbows back. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. Exhaling into quarter camel. Lift your chest up on an inhale. Exhale into child's pose. Hold on to your heels. Lift your hips and bring the crown of your head to the floor. There shouldn't be a lot of weight on your head there, so hug your arms into your legs. If you feel there's too much weight on your head, you can either stay in child's pose or you can take your hands on either side of your head instead. So your head should just be lightly on the floor. Block is still between your feet. So with the block between the feet, it's also helping us to keep our legs a little more active here. Shifting your hips back. Take your arms out in front, stack your fists, and bring your forehead onto your hands. Coming up, just set the block off to the side. Take your legs out in front. So look at your feet. Imagine you still have the block between your feet there. So you're trying to pull the little toe side of your feet back a little bit. You can use the block here again if you like. On your inhale, reach forward, lift. Exhale, come forward. Straight back, straight legs. Walk your hands up your legs, bend your knees, wrap around, hold a wrist, pull yourself forward. Come on to your back. Make sure your block is handy. Lift your hips, slide the block under your pelvis. Make sure it's not under your lumbar curve, so it's not under the lower back. Your pelvis is on the block. If this doesn't feel okay, then don't use it. You can just do this one without the block if you like. Bring your right knee into your chest. So if you find the block is not really comfortable, just adjust the position of the block. And if it still doesn't feel comfortable, then just take the block right out. So you can stay right there, or you can slide your left leg out. So with the block here giving us a bit of extra height, we're getting a nice stretch into the hip flexors. But remember, make sure it feels okay to have the block there. If you extended the left leg, bend it. Bring your right foot back to the mat. Go to the other side. Bring your left knee in. So you can stay right there. You can do it without the block, or if you like, you can extend your right leg. Bring your right foot back to the mat. Bring your left foot to the mat. So this is supported bridge that we were in the last block practice that I have here on YouTube. So you can stay right here in supported bridge. We'll just stay for a moment. Nice supportive back bend here. It's not a very deep back bend. So you're welcome just to stay there if you like. If you'd like a little bit more here, bring your knees towards your chest and take your legs up. So supported shoulder stand. Pressing the balls of your feet up toward the ceiling. So point your toes toward the ceiling and then pull your toes back, but keep your feet pointed. And just stay there. Just allow the block to support you. You can close your eyes if you like. Now let your feet and your legs relax a little bit more. So the first part was rather active with the feet pointing up toward the ceiling. Now we'll do it a little more passively. So legs can be a little more relaxed here. The block is supporting you. This is an inversion with the feet higher than the head. And with the block here, it's a nice supported inversion. If it doesn't feel okay though, don't go there. You can just stay in supported bridge instead. Or you can take the block out and just be in quarter shoulder stand without the block. Notice with the block, the extra height of the block, your legs are coming on more of an angle. That's fine. Bend your knees in towards your chest. If you're in supported shoulder stand, take one foot down, take the other foot down. Lift your hips. Slide the block out, slowly come back down and just stay still, relax. Take your arms open to the sides, bring your knees in towards your chest. Inhale, exhale, take your knees to the left. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. Coming back to center, wrap your arms around your legs, hug your knees in. Hands on the knees together, circle clockwise, counterclockwise. Hug your legs, take an inhale. Exhale, curl up. Back down to the mat, feet to the mat. Find your Shavasana position, whatever's comfortable for you. Legs straight, knees bent. Whichever feels best. Some people like to lay on their sides. Whatever is most comfortable. Remember that Shavasana should be relaxing, so make sure that you're in a position that feels comfortable for you. It's really hard to relax if you don't feel comfortable. Let your body just be heavy on the floor. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere and let it go. Breath by breath, every exhale, find a little more release, a little more softness. Just let everything go. Bring your attention back to your body, to your breath. Let your breath become deeper. Bring some movement into your body, your fingers, your toes. Any movement that you need here, you can twist or stretch or whatever feels good for you. When you're ready, make your way over to your side. Stay there for a moment, no rush. And help yourself to seated when you're ready. Once you're up to seated, just sit up tall, close your eyes. Just take a few breaths. Notice your breath. Notice how your body feels. Notice how your mind feels. Notice the effects of your yoga practice. hands together at your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.